Hello everyone. We are here to basically discuss the question that has been asked this time in the first test that we have conducted on Sunday. The test was obviously pertaining to history, and I'm here to explain all the answers that were there for the question that had been asked. Now, I will be starting with the first question. And the first question, if we say about it, is the cultivation of cereal first started in. Now, the cultivation of the first for the first time, cereal was in Neolithic era, right? So in the Neolithic era, the agriculture began and the domestication of crops occurred in Neolithic era. So our answer is obviously A. Now, next question is megaliths have been identified as. Now, when we say megaliths have been identified as, we have found the burial sites for the megaliths, and they have been found in South India and other places. So obviously the burial sites is the answer for the megalith. We haven't found anything else except the burial site. Megalith is a structure when the around the burial places, उसके आसपास क्या होंगे? बड़े बड़े पत्थर, the megalith, बड़े पत्थर. That's why the civilization has been termed as the megalith as such. So megalith culture, the answer is burial places. Third question is the important reason to keep Indus Valley civilization before Aryan civilization. It was a very tricky question as such. It काफी tricky था question, right? And how to go about it? The first one is script. Obviously, when we talk about script, the Vedic, we have the Devanagari script that developed later, right? And we haven't been able to decipher the script of the Indus Valley civilization. So script can't be the basis for that. The next one is town planning. Obviously, town planning we can see in the modern time. So it can't define the time period of two things. Third one is copper. Copper was the first metal to be used. And copper was used even in Indus Valley civilization as well as Vedic civilization. So obviously you can't differentiate between both of them on the basis of use of copper. The only thing that differentiates is the potteries, right? Now glazing potteries were there at Indus Valley civilization, and here the potteries that have been used are simple red and black ware, right? So this is why the potteries is the reason we have chosen the answer for. Indus Valley civilization which was placed on the banks of river Devar. Again, we know that Indus Valley got its name, or John Marshall gave the name Indus Valley civilization. उसको इसीलिए नाम दिया था because nearly all the sites which were excavated at that point of time were situated on the bank of river Indus as well as its tributaries. Now, Indus and tributaries. Now, one river, that is Ganga, is not the tributary of Indus. So now Chenab, Jhelum and Sindhu. Sindhu is Indus and both are tributaries. So simple, the answer is fourth won't be there. So Sindhu, Chenab and Jhelum, 1, 2, 3 will be the answer for this one. Now we will talk about question number 5. Now the question number 5, we have the three Vedas or Trai, right? Now the question is Trai or the three Vedas. Now Ved Trai is the concept because in Atharva Veda, it is considered to be the compilation by a non-Aryan saint called Saint Atharva. And it is completely in prose style. That's why only three Vedas are considered to be the real Veda, that is Rig Veda, Sam Veda and Yajur Veda. This is what the concept, and all three are called Ved Trai, that is the three Vedas. So answer is three Vedas. Now, next is, if we talk about the tribe which is not related to Panchajan, now obviously we have 5 tribes, Yadu, Turvasa, Puru is there, but Kikat isn't there, right? So basically 2 more tribes are there, which is Ahi and Duruz, and यहाँ पर जो 3 और जो tribe हैं वो Yadu, Puru and Turvasa है. Kikat इनमें से कोई नहीं था. That's why the answer is Kikat, right? So it is Anu and Kuru. Anu and Kurvid, basically 2 more Panchajan tribes are there. So that's why Kikat won't be there. Alara Kalam, as we know. Question number 7. Who was Alara Kalam? Answer is a teacher of Buddha. The first teacher of Buddha was who? He was Alara Kalam, right? So he was the teacher of Buddha, right? Next one is, which of the following Buddhist texts contains the rules of monastic life? We have 3 Pitakas. First is Sutta Pitaka, which contains the teachings of Lord Buddha. Second is Vinaya Pitaka, which was compiled by Upali, and that is pertaining to Vinay Pitak, rules of monastic life. So that's why our answer will be answer B, that is Vinay Pitak. Now, if we talk about question number 9, which of the following religions does not trust the concept of final annihilation of the world? Now, final annihilation has been said in every religion, whether it is Christianity, whether it is Hinduism, and even Buddhism, we talk about the final annihilation, world ka ant. Jainism is the only one which says that the world will never come to an end, because it believes that even the non-living things there are basically, the non-living things also have got some form of consciousness, and they will keep on producing, right? The consciousness can't come to an end, and obviously that's why they believe that this world would never come to an end. The creation will go on and on and on, right? So this is the reason why Jainism में the final annihilation of the world का concept नहीं exist करता है. Now, which of the following Jain texts describe the number of religious movement? Now, if we talk about the number of religious movement, बहुत सारे जहां पर it talks about Buddhism, it talks about Jainism, it talks about the Lokayat sect, and this is mentioned in Sutrakrit Tanga. Now, Sutrakrit Tanga जो है, ये बुक है जैनों की, जहां पर वो डिफरेंट रिलीजियस के बारे में, रिलीजन के बारे में बताता है. Next is, according to ancient Indian cosmogonic idea, the sequential order of cycle of 4 epochs. 4 epochs matlab 4 yug. The first one, as per the Hindu, is Satyug, which is called the Krita Yug, right? The second one is the Treta Yug. After Satyug came the Treta Yug, in which Lord Rama was born. After Treta came the Dwapar Yug, in which Lord Krishna is born. And this is Kali Yug, which is Kali Yug as we say, in which the Kalki Avatara will take place. So that's why our answer is C for this question. Now we will come to 12th question, and this 12th question is about, right, the ancient place where the narration of entire Mahabharata. It's a very nice question and very deep question as such. This was asked in UPSC examination as well. Now, the ancient place where the narration of entire Mahabharata was read in the conference of 60,000 hermits. Now, it is Naimisharanya, Naimish 1 mein, on the invitation of Ved Vyasa, right? All the 60,000 hermits have assembled, right? And this is the answer. This is Naimish 1, or 1 is basically forest. Forest is, in Sanskrit, it's called Aranya. So, Naimish Aranya is our answer. Now, the question number 13 reads out as, which Buddha text has described 16 Mahajanpadas in the 6th century BC? Now the answer is pretty simple, and that is in Anguttar Nikaya, right? In Anguttar Nikaya, all the 16 Mahajanpads are described, right? There is also description of 16 Mahajanpadas in a Jain text, Bhagavati Sutra, but that's the Jain text. The question is pertaining to the Buddhist text, and that's why the answer is Anguttar Nikaya. Now, question number 14 is, if we talk about question number 14, what was the name of the dynasty of Ajat Satru? Haryak dynasty, which was founded by obviously Bimbisara, the father of Ajat Shatru. Next is question number 15. Rajuka Var. Obviously, Rajuka word is mentioned in Ashokan inscription, who was basically the Mauryan officer, and that too, he was like the present day district collector, right? So he was the in charge of the revenue of a town, right? So Rajuka was the present day district collector in the Mauryan time. So answer is officers in the Mauryan administration. Now we will talk about question number 16. Which of the following sources give the detailed account of city administration of the Mauryas? Answer is Megasthenes Indica. In Megasthenes Indica, it says that the town was administered by a group of 30 people who were divided into 6 committees, and each committee consisted of 5 members, right? So he had given the description of the 6 committees, which was, one was pertaining to the foreigners, second was pertaining to the birth and registration of birth and death, third was pertaining to the taxes, fourth was pertaining to the manufactured goods, fifth was for sanitation, and sixth was pertaining to the things which were merchandise items and all, right? So these were the 6 committees which were formed, where in it was founded, it was written where it is mentioned in Megasthenes Indica, right? तो उसमें ये लिखा हुआ है. Now question number 17. From which of the following months did the Mauryan fiscal year used to begin? It's a very nice question that they have given. Now, it is from the month of Asad. Asad is July. Why they used to start? Because rice was their main crop and the cultivation of rice begins from July onwards. That's why the land revenue, for the land revenue purpose, what they had done is they had kept this month, right, as the fiscal year. So July or Asad is the right answer for this. Now question number 18, and question number 18 says, in ancient India, the term Katak and Skandavara and Katak, now 2 terms were first appeared in the text called, when we talk about it, it is in the Dhanurveda, where the formation of military camp is described, and there these 2 words have been mentioned, that is Katak and the other one is Sandavaras. Now next one is, where are the 4 monasteries established by Adi Sankaracharya? Now here they have played with one fact, and one fact is Josimat. Now most of the students who have studied, they would be studying that Badrinath, right, in the north, Sringeri in the south, Puri in the east, and Dwarka in the west, right? Now the Badrinath, the Matha at Badrinath is termed as Joshimat. And here, if you are not going through the current name and all, then you will get stuck into it. So Joshimat is nothing but it is the name of the Math of Sankaracharya, which was established in Badrinath. And this is the way it is, just Joshimat is just near the Badrinath. इसीलिए आंसर इसका जो है जोशीमठ, द्वारका, पुरी एंड श्रृंगेरी, राइट? तो बद्रीनाथ इज बेसिकली योर जोशीमठ, राइट? नेक्स्ट इज मैच द list 1 with list 2. Now obviously Amir Khusro was there in Alauddin Khilji time, right? Now Kalidas was in the court of Chandragupta II as one of the 9 gems. Harisena, who had written Prayag Prasasti, was pertaining to Samudragupta, and Banvat, who has written Harsacharit, was there in Harshvardhan court. So obviously the answer will be, right? The answer will be, your answer will be B, that is 4, 1, 2, 3, right? So this will be the answer. In which region the Chola Empire expanded? Now again a very nice question. Now we have seen that the Cholas were in the central and mainly concentrated in the central and northern part of Tamil Nadu. And apart from that, after their victories, right, especially during the Rajaraja first and then in Rajendra first, now they had entered till where the Maharashtra Dakkan areas, right, because they had fight with Chalukya of Kalyani, and Tungabhadra became the border of the 2 empire, and that's why the answer is Coromandel coast and some region of Dakkan. Now why don't Vijayanagar area? Because it was in Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh region. Now there Chola didn't had anything. The Malapur Bar coast is basically the Kerala area, that was the area of the Cheras. The Hoysalas were in Dwar Samudra is in Karnataka. So Tamil Nadu, pertaining to Tamil Nadu, you only have this Coromandel coast area, right? The answer is D. So even, if you don't know much about the thing, simply if you know something, try to use your brain in that, and obviously you will get the answer, right? Now question number 22 is, which of the following was the special feature of Chola administration? Now A says division of empire into Mandalam, right? See, Mandalam has been the term used by many dynasties who had ruled in South India. So it was not a speciality as such. Now, autonomy of village administration is the right answer, because we have Uttara Merur inscription of Parantak first, which describes about the autonomy of village administration, which was the local self-government, is the greatest feature of the Chola, right? So answer is this one. Why was Urayur famous in Sangamera? Now, in Sangamera, Urayur was the main center of cotton textile. Not cotton, but cotton textile. It was a trade center, important trade center famous for cotton textiles. Right? So, answer is this one because important center of foreign trade, domestic trade, and spices was not at all. Right? So, that's why we have this one. Now, here again, when we look into this question, right, this question had appeared in UPPSC as well. Now, when we talk about this one, the Tirukural was a philosophy. It was a Sangam literature which was composed by, all four are basically Sangam literature. Now, Tirukural was composed by Tiruvalluvar and it is about pertaining to the philosophy, right? So, obviously, A2 is the correct one. Tolka PM is pertaining to grammar, right? Now, the interesting fact out there here is Shilpa Dikaram and Mani Mekalai, right? If we go by the correct one, now the same mistake was done in the UPPSC as well, right? So, there Shilpa Dikaram was pertaining the story of a merchant called Kovalan, and Mani Mekalai is the love story. The daughter of Kovalan. Her name was the Kovalan and Madhavi. Her product was basically this one. So, in the given circumstances, the best answer is this one, right? So, obviously, that's why now D is one love story, right? So, perfect it is, and D should be 1 and it should be 3. But anyways, right? So, this is basically the problem with this one. Now, Tolka PM, if we say, it was composed by Tolka PR. This is the first book on Tamil grammar, composed in the second Sangam period, right? So, this was question number 24. Now, 25 is Manusmriti, mainly related to. Now, again, it's a tricky one. Many of the students will falter in this one. They will get trapped into it, and that is they will get confused into law and then the social system. Now, answer is social system because the book is pertaining to the social laws, not laws. Laws is only the judicial part of the areas, so it is nothing to do with judiciary. It is pertaining to the social laws, and social laws are part of the social system. That's why answer is social system. Now, here the examiner has tried to trap you, and you might get caught. Many of the students would have got trapped into it, right? So, it was just trap set by the examiner. So, be aware with question number 25. Now, they have played with you, dear, right? So, be aware of such question. Such question can appear in your examination as well. So, be very clear what the word says, right? Next is Leelavati. Leelavati is a book written by Bhaskaracharya, great mathematics. It's a book on arithmetic, right? And obviously, in this book has been translated by Fazi into Persian, right? So, this book, Leelavati. Next one is, in which epic it was told, what is here is found elsewhere, but if not here, is found nowhere else. And it is said in Bhagavad Gita, which is a part of Mahabharata, right? It was said by Lord Krishna, right? So, whatsoever you are seeing, when he showed the huge gigantic form, and when he saw that all the earth, all the sun, everything there there are everything imbibed in Lord Krishna, which is called Virat Swarup of Lord Krishna. Then he says, whatsoever you are seeing here is everywhere, whatever you saw. But if you can't see anything here, then that means that is nowhere, that doesn't exist. Because I am the God. This is from Mahabharata. Next one is the title, the father of history. It is simple, Herodotus, right? He wrote the book Historica, and that was the first book written on history, and this is why this Herodotus. Now again we have to match the following, and A says Panani. Panani wrote the book, and the book name was Ashtadhyayi. Ashtadhyayi was the first book, right? So Ashtadhyayi was the first book that was written on Sanskrit grammar. Now, so Ashtadhyayi. So for A it would be 3. So 3 सिर्फ एक में है, तो यहां से आंसर तो बन जाता है. लेकिन Vatsyayan wrote the book Kama Sutra, right? And Kama Sutra is one, which is the first book on sex in the world. Then obviously you have Chanakya, who has written the book Arth Shastra. right? Arthashastra, Kalhan had written the book Raj Tarangani. Next in question number 30. In India, from which rock shelter pictures have been found most? It's Bhimbetka, which was discovered by Varnakar, right? So Varnakar has discovered this, and from here we get the pictures drawn by drawn in prehistoric period, right, pertaining to the upper Paleolithic period and the Mesolithic period. The answer is Bhimbetka cave in Hoshangabad district of Madhya Pradesh. This is situated. Who among the following Maratha women led the struggle against the Mughal Empire from 1700 onward? Answer is Tarabai. Tarabai was the wife of Rajaram. Rajaram, who had died in 1700, and his son Shivaji II was a minor. So, she was the regent of Shivaji II. Her name was Tarabai, and from 1700 to 1707, she was the one who continued her fight from the center named as Satara. Next is arrange the following chronological orders. Right, सबसे पहले the first Peshwa was Balaji Vishwanath, the second Peshwa was Bajirao first, the third Peshwa was Balaji Bajirao, and fourth Peshwa was Madhav Rao. So 3124, 3124 is the right answer. Next, Khalsa Panth. Khalsa Panth was created by Guru Gobind Singh in the year 1699 at Anandpur Sahib. Right, so he had founded that in Anandpur Sahib. Next आ जाते हैं. The city of Amritsar. It was founded by Guru Ramdas on the land which was donated by Akbar. Right, so Akbar had donated the land, and on that very land, Guru Ramdas had founded the city of Amritsar. Now, among who of the following constructed astronomical observatory popularly known as Jantar Mantar at Delhi? Answer is Jai Singh II. Now, Jai Singh II was the king of Amber, and he was the one who had founded the city of Jaipur, right? And he established 5 astronomical observatories. First at Mathura, second at Jaipur, third at Delhi, fourth at Varanasi, and fifth at Ujjain. So obviously this Jantar Mantar is of Jai Singh II. Now in 1556, accession of Akbar, it took place in 1556, right? He ascended to the throne after the second battle of Panipat. Now in 1600, the East India Company got its charter from Queen Elizabeth I. Now in 1680, Shivaji had died, and 1739, Nadir Shah had invaded Delhi. So answer will be first one 5, 16, 5, 3, then 5, B, 4, so 5, 4, third, and 2. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right? So 5, 4, 3, 2 is the answer of B. Now next one is match the following events. Now massacre in Delhi by Nadir Shah. Nadir Shah had come and massacred in 1739. So A, 4. Right? Now first battle of Panipat, obviously 1526, Babar and Ibrahim Lodi. Third battle of Panipat, 1761, right? And second battle of Panipat in 1556. So obviously it's so simple. It's 4-2-1-3, right? So it was an easy question. Now next one is 4 invasions India had seen. Now second was the first one is Genghis Khan, who is also known as Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan is Genghis Khan basically. He was the first one who invaded during the time of Iltutmish, had come to the border, but due to cleverness of Iltutmish, he didn't enter India. So it was the first one. Second one, 1398 by Taimur. And then the third one was of Nadir Shah in 1739. And Ahmad Shah Abdali, right from 1760 onwards, he 1754 onwards, he completely every year raided India. So right, so answer will be obviously 2, then 4, then third, then 1. 2, 4, 3, 1. Now, which of the not correctly? Obviously, Tabakat-e-Nasri Mehnaz-ul-Siraj has written this book. Tariq Firoz Shahi. Now, Tariq Firoz Shahi has been written by a lot many people, right? The first and foremost is Barni. But we have another also, and that is Samse Siraj Afif, who had also written a book with the same name. Now, Tughlaq Nama is written by Amir Khushro and Ibn Battuta had written the book Rehla. So this is the wrong match. Now Humayun Nama was written by Gulbuddin Begum. Now who was the last ruler of slave dynasty? Now if they have not given Kamur's name, it won't be the answer. The answer would be Kakubad. But the 6-year-old child Kamur was made the king by Jalaluddin Khilji, and he was killed by Jalaluddin Khilji for the throne. The last ruler is Kamur, not Kakubad. Right? Now the foundation of the Mughal painting was laid by Akbar. Akbar laid the foundation. Why? Because he was the one who started the separate department of painting. Now we will come to question number 42. And the question number 42 says, which one of the following emperors had the highest number of Hindu generals in Mughal army? Answer is Aurangzeb, and it's quite surprising because despite his anti-Hindu moves, the most generals were there, right? Most nobles were there from Hindu community in the court of Aurangzeb, right? So it's a very nice question that has been asked. The battle of Dharmat was fought between, obviously, Aurangzeb and the royal army of Dara Shikoh, which was led by Jaswant Singh, right? Jaswant Singh, the king of Marwar, has led this one, and this was the royal army sent by Dara Shikoh. So Aurangzeb and Dara Shikoh is the right answer. Question number 44 says, who among the following Mughal emperor was coronated twice? It is again the answer is Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb was coronated himself after winning over the battle of Dharmat and then defeating Dara Shikoh individually in the battle of Samugad. He entered Akbar, coronated himself there, imprisoned Shah Jahan, and then in 1658 he did all this. In 1659 he went to Delhi, killed Dara Shikoh, and coronated for the second time in Delhi. So he coronated once in Agra, second time in Delhi. So he is the only Mughal emperor to do so. Now Mahbub-e-Ilahi, which means beloved of God, and there is no one else than Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia, right? So Sheikh Nizamuddin Aulia is called Mahbub-e-Ilahi, the most prominent Sufi saint from Chishti Silsila. Next one, Kitab-e-Nauras. It's a difficult question, right, that they have asked. It is the Bijapur king, right? And his name was Ibrahim Adil Shah II. Ibrahim Adil Shah II was also known as Abla Baba, and he used to worship goddess Saraswati, and he has also donated in the temple of Pandarpur of Vithoba, right? So now it's a very important question and obviously a difficult one that has been asked. Kitab-e-Nauras. This book is on music, right? Now, who of the following is known as father of Hindi Khadi Boli? None other than Amir Khushro. Amir Khushro is considered to be the father of Khadi Boli, and he is the one who is credited for the development of Hindi as well as the Urdu. Both languages are completely endowed to by this Amir Khushro, the great man. Which medieval king of India introduced the Ikta system? Iltutmish introduced the Iktedari system, in which he used to allocate Ikta in lieu of salary. Ikta was a place, a piece of land where whole thing was given to that person. So in place of salary, the Ikta was given, and obviously that were transferable, right? So one officer can be transferred to the other Ikta, right? So this was by Iltutmish. The Battle of Talikota, a great battle as such, which caused the final destruction of Vijayanagar Empire. In 1565, the Battle of Talikota, which is also called the Battle of Rakshas Tangadi, took place, where the combined forces of Ahmednagar, Bijapur, Golconda and Bidar, the fourth one, right? So they attacked Vijayanagar. The fifth kingdom, Berar, didn't participate because it was having a difference with Vidar, right? So now these four kingdoms attacked, and in the Battle of Talikota, Ramaraya, who was the king of Vijayanagar, was defeated, and the Vijayanagar was completely destroyed. So this is why they have asked this question. Now question number 50 is, which Sultan of Delhi has levied jizya on Brahmins? It was Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Earlier, jizya was not taken from the intellectual class and Brahmins were considered intellectual. So no one till then had imposed jizya on Brahmins. Now Firoz Tughlaq was the first one to do so. Next question is, January 26, 1950 was chosen for the enforcement of constitution because, now the main reason for this was, although our constitution was ready on 26th November 1949 and it was adopted on this date, but we have kept 26th January 1950 for its enactment because on 26th January 1930 we have celebrated our first Independence Day and the flag was hoisted by Jawaharlal Nehru on the bank of river Ravi. Now we will talk about the 52nd question, and the 52nd question says, the first and last Indian Governor General was, now C. Rajgopalachari can be considered, he was the last Governor General of India and was the first Indian to become the Governor General. That's why Rajgopalachari is the answer for this one. Next one is, the Radcliffe Committee was appointed to, obviously, for demarcating the border of India and Pakistan. Mr. Radcliffe, who was a justice there in London, he was called to do so and was just given the time of 6 weeks to complete his assignment of demarcating India-Pakistan border. Next is question number 54. Which one of the following parties was in power in UK when India got independent? It was the Labour Party, and Clement Attlee was from Labour Party, who was the British Prime Minister when India got independence. Next is question number 55. Who headed the interim cabinet formed in 1946? It was Jawaharlal Nehru who was chosen as for this post. Next one is, the Constituent Assembly that framed India's constitution was set up under, it was under the Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946, and as per the provision of Cabinet Mission Plan, 389 members were selected, and on 9th December 1946, the first meeting of Constituent Assembly took place in which only 299 members participated. Who of the following headed the 1946 Cabinet Mission? Now, it was Pethick Lawrence. There were 3 members. Pethick Lawrence, who was the Secretary of the State, as well as he was the chairman of this Cabinet Mission. Second one was Stafford Cripps, and third one was A.V. Alexander. Answer is Pethick Lawrence. Now, who among the following was the advocate at the famous INA trial? The INA trial which took place, right, in 1946 for saving 3 people, that is Prem Sehgal, Gurdeep Dutt Dhillo, right, G.D. Dhillon, and the third was Sarfaraz Khan, right. A committee of lawyers was constituted, which was headed by Mr. Bhula Bhai Desai. Other lawyers were Jawaharlal Nehru and Tej Bahadur Sapru. Next one is, which party was founded by Subhash Chandra Bose in 1939 after he broke away from the Congress? The answer is Forward Bloc, that too in Calcutta, right? Question number 60. Who presented CR formula? CR formula was presented by C. Rajgopalachari. And on this very formula, the talk between Gandhi and Jinnah took place in 1944, right? So answer is C. Rajgopalachari. Obviously, Jinnah rejected it. Question number 61. Quit India movement was a reaction of. Now let's see the statements that are there. Now statement says, the disappointment of Indians against Cripps mission. It's absolutely right, because we were very much hurt by the Cripps mission. We were thinking that the British will be considerate enough and they are going to talk about complete independence, but still they were sticking to dominion status. So this is the perfect remark on this. First is absolutely correct. The threat of Japanese attack. Japan has captured whole Southeast Asia. Even they have captured Myanmar, and Gandhiji was afraid that they can bomb India as well. So this is also true. Now, to provoke countrymen to adopt violent means, not at all. This is completely rubbish. So third won't be there. Passing a proposal of a guest by All India. So answer is 1, 2, and 4, right? So obviously, All India Congress Committee has passed it. That's why the movement started on 9th August, because on 8th August this proposal was finally passed. Obviously, the proposal has come in, obviously, the session. Now, next आ जाएंगे. Question number 62 की बात करेंगे. The statement, we shall either free India or die in the attempt, do or die, was given by Mahatma Gandhi in Quit India movement. Question number 63. Right? Who viewed Cripps' proposal as post-dated check? Mahatma Gandhi. He made the statement, it is post-dated check. Now, question number 64. Which one of the following is not true about the Cripps mission? Now, obviously, dominion status, they have promised. Acceptance of constituent assembly, they have promised. Now, any province could remain outside Indian Union. Obviously, this was inherent in their proposal. So, there was a hint for Pakistan, but Jinnah couldn't understand this proposal. And that's why he had rejected it. Now, the formation of new executive council with equal representation of both Hindus and Muslims. This was in Wabble plan of 1945, not in Quit India. Cripps mission. Now, 65, the individual Satyagraha, Vinoba Bhave was the first, Jawaharlal Nehru was the second one to do that, and the third one was Brahmadatt. So these three individual Satyagrahi were there. Next is, the Pakistan term was coined by Chaudhry Rahmat Ali and his friend who were student of Cambridge University in 1937. They have coined this term. P for Punjab, A for Afghanistan, K for Kashmir, S for Sindh, and Tan for Baluchistan. Right? So this is what Pakistan was all about. So Chaudhry Rahmat Ali. Who among the following first put forward the proposal of separate Muslim state? Allama Iqbal, who is also called Muhammad Iqbal, who has written the song Sare Jahan Se Acha Hindustán Hamara. He was the first one in 1930. He proposed that the Muslim dominated area should be formed as a separate dominion in India. Right? So he was the first one to talk about this one. Next, question number 68. The Congress ministries in all the provinces resigned in the year 1939 because without the consultation of the Indians, India was made the partner of the Second World War. Right? So let's see if they have given the option. Now, none of the above, because this option is not here in A, B, and C. So answer is D. The objective of Butler Committee. Now, Butler Committee was set up in 1927 under the chairmanship of Harcourt Butler, and it was pertaining to the relationship of British government with Indian states. And when we say Indian state, it means the princely states of India. Right? So the answer is A. Question number 70. Now, when we talk about question number 70, it says, in which of the following session of Indian National Congress Subhash Chandra Bose was elected as president for the second time? Now, for the first time in 1938 in Haripura session he was elected, and for the second time he was elected in 1939 Tripuri session, in which although he was elected the president, but Gandhiji said that his candidate Pattabi Sita Ramaiah, who was defeated in this, right? So who was defeated in this by Subhash Chandra Bose, he considered it as his personal loss. He said that ye meri haar hai, and that's why Subhash Chandra Bose resigned and he went on to form Forward Bloc. Next one, so answer is Tripuri session. Consider the following provinces of British India. Identify those who were Indian National Committee did not form a ministry in 1937. In 1937, obviously at 8 places, right, the government was formed by Congress, but at 3 places, government was not formed by Congress, or non-Congress government was there. The first one was Bengal, second one Punjab, and third one was Sindh. So obviously we have Punjab and Bengal, third and fourth. The answer will be third and fourth. Question number 72. The Congress Socialist Party, founded in 1934 by Jayaprakash Narayan and Acharya Narendra Dev, right? It was for the promotion of socialist ideology, and it was within Congress. Next is question number 73. The Oppressed Classes League, none other than great B.R. Ambedkar. In 1924, he had formed this one. Now, question number 74. Which of the following did not sign the historical Pune Pact of 1932? Beautiful question. This is. There were 3 people who had signed it. The first one was Madan Mohan Malviya as the representative of the upper caste Hindu. Second one was B.R. Ambedkar as the representative of the lower caste Hindu. And Mr. Gandhi as the witness of the two. Right? So this is why C. Rajgopalachari was not there. So all 3 have signed this pact. Next is, consider the following statement. In the first round table conference, Dr. Ambedkar demanded separate electorate for depressed classes. Absolutely fine. Correct. In the Pune Pact, special provision for representation of depressed people in the local bodies and civil services were made. Obviously, completely right, completely true. Right, next is the Indian National Congress did not take part in the third round table conference. All these three statements are perfectly fine. Right, so 75, we have the answer. That is answer number D. Next is question number 76. Now question number 76 says, select the correct chronological order of the following events connected with India's struggle for independence from the code given below. Now, first one is, this is a very good question, and you have to very, precise with the date. Now, first one is second round table conference. Obviously, second round table conference took place after Gandhi-Irwin Pact. So obviously, that won't be. Now, Karachi session of Congress. Now, always remember, session of annual session, it was in 1931, but it is in December, because Congress session is always there in December, annual session. Now, all these things took place in, all four took place in 1931. The first one was the Gandhi-Irwin Pact. It took place on 5th of March 1931. And on the 23rd March, execution of Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev, which is celebrated, 23rd March is celebrated as Shaheed Divas. Right? So always remember this date. So on 23rd, obviously, Bhagat Singh was executed. So 4 and then 3. Now, after Gandhi-Irwin Pact, the second round table conference on 7th of September. And in December, Karachi session of Indian National Congress. So answer will be 4, 3, 2, 1. This will be your answer. Now, question number 77. Who played the role of mediator in Gandhi-Irwin Pact? It was Tej Bahadur Sapru, and one more person was there. His name was M. Jacker. Right? So these two people were there. Question number 78 says, the Gandhi-Irwin Pact included which one of the following? In the invitation to Congress to participate in the round table conference. Obviously, that's why he went. So one is perfectly fine. Withdrawal of ordinances promulgated in connection with civil disobedience movement. Now, this is also fine. He said that whatever ordinances you have, now you have to take them back, because we are taking the civil disobedience movement back. So 2 is third. Acceptance of Gandhiji's suggestion for inquiry into police acts. That was denied. By whom? Irwin. He said no. Right? I am not going. What have been done, because it was the case of maintaining law and order. So I am not going to inquire into it. So whatsoever had happened, so happened. So that's why third was not there. Release of only those prisoners who were not charged with violence. Obviously, it was accepted. And this is the reason why Bhagat Singh could not be saved despite Gandhi wanted it. Because he was killed for Saunders' murder, not for throwing bomb. His friend Batukeshwar Dutt, who had thrown that bomb and nobody was injured, he was released. Right? Now, next is question number 79. Which one of the following statement is not correct about Gandhi's Dandi March? It was started from Sabarmati Ashram. Perfect. Now, the march terminated at Dandi, a village outside beside the sea. Perfect. Third one, Mahatma Gandhi prepared salt at the seashore. Right? And it was all together. Now, Gandhiji, what he did was, he collected some salt and had brought the water to the Dandi village. He didn't make it on the shore itself. This was the reason that this statement is wrong. He made it in the Dandi village, in the presence of all people and amongst the villagers, to celebrate that, look, I am breaking the salt law. So this is a very minor detail that you will go deeper into the studies, you will find it. That is why this is a very, very difficult question that has been asked. Now, next one is the proposal of Purna Swaraj, 1929. We all know that, in Lahore session, which was presided by Jawaharlal Nehru. Next, question number 81. Which one of the following statements are true about Simon Commission? Now, question number 81. Let's talk about Simon Commission. Now, it was appointed to inquire into the working of 1919 Act, because it was the provision. This is perfectly fine. It said that after 10 years, a statutory commission will be set to see the working of 1919 Act. Obviously, Simon Commission was constituted 2 years earlier in 1927. So this is perfectly fine. Headed by Sir John Simon. That's why called Simon Commission. So obvious. It recommended a federal form of government right? Now, obviously, it says that the federal form of government should be there. Federal form means a center should be there and the state, all the provinces should be there, right? And it formed the basis in which the federal form of government was suggested in the Act of 1935. So if you go by the recommendation of the Simon Commission in detail, then you will find this information, right? So it is also true, it was opposed by Indian leaders, we all know. So answer is all the above, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we will talk about question number 82. The people of India agitated against the arrival of Simon Commission because there was no Indian member in it, all British were there, so that's why they opposed it. Now, next is for which of the 83, question number 83, for which of the following reasons Swaraj Party founded? Now, obviously, it was founded because it wanted to participate in the 1923 election, which was going to occur as per the provision of Government of India Act 1919. So, obviously, entering the council and rejection of the Government of India Act 19 by don't let them work. So, second is perfectly fine. Repression by British government, nahi. It is believed that Indians that they should feed that, not at all. Answer is obviously 1 and 2, right? When it says due to withdrawal and non-cooperation movement, Gandhiji was in jail. There was political, completely non-action at that point of time. So this was a mode suggested by C.R. Das, right? For this, that's why he had appeared and now he formed this party, that is Swarajist Party. Next one is question number 84. Who among the following had moved the non-cooperation resolution in the Nagpur session of Indian National Congress? Right? Now, we have, although the president of this one was, we have Veer Raghacharya, right? So, Veer Raghacharya was its president, but the resolution was moved by C.R. Das, right? Now, which were passed. So, answer is C.R. Das. When did Gandhiji give the slogan of Swaraj in 1 year? In non-cooperation movement, he said that if they are not going to give us what we have demanded, we will launch civil disobedience movement, and within 1 year, I guarantee you that we will get Swaraj, but obviously that never occurred. Now, question is, which of the following were the main objective of Khilafat movement? Now, if we go by this one, it was to demand a separate electorate, preserve the Khilafat. Now, obviously, fourth one is there, and obviously with withdrawal of, fourth one is there, and one more is to rouse the anti-British feeling among the Muslims, right? Because why this Khilafat? Let me make you understand this. Because Turkey or the Ottoman Empire had lost the war, Khalifa was removed. That had hurt the sentiment of the Indian Muslims. That's why they wanted the Khalifa to be restored back and want their Arab lands to be back. And this is why Khilafat movement was there. So it was for arousing the anti-British sentiment and bring back the Khilafat system. So answer 1 and 4 is the correct answer for this one. Now we will talk about the next question. And the next question is question number 87. Who was elected as the president of All India Khilafat Conference? Right? Now, many of the students get confused between conference and committee. All India Khilafat Committee, the president was Seth Chhotani, right? And secretary was Shaukat Ali. But it is not committee, it is conference, and it was presided by Mahatma Gandhi. The answer is Mahatma Gandhi. Right? Question number 88. During the Indian freedom struggle, a large unarmed crowd gathered in the Jallianwala Bagh at Amritsar on April 13, 1919 to protest against the arrest of two senior Congress leaders, right? Saifuddin Kishlu and Dr. Satyapal. Right? So Saifuddin Kishlu and Dr. Satyapal is the correct answer. Next is the Rowlatt Act was passed to bring about. Now, this act was, the true name was the Anarchy and Revolutionary Crimes Prevention Act, right? The Anarchy and the Revolutionary Crimes Prevention Act, which is popularly called as Rowlatt Act, because it was on the recommendation of Sir Sidney Rowlatt, a commission led by Mr. Sidney Rowlatt. That's why we call it. So, obviously, to curtail national and revolutionary activities. If we know the real name of the act, That is the Crimes and Revolutionary, right? So, sorry, the Anarchical and Revolutionary Crime Prevention Act. सब आपको बहुत अच्छे से आप इसका आंसर कर देते। नेक्स्ट जो है हमारा द फर्स्ट ट्रेड यूनियन फाउंडेड इन इंडिया 1918 Madras Labor Union founded by B.P. Wadia. It was the first in true sense, the labor organization in India. Next one is who was elected the first president of All India Kisan Sabha? Obviously, Swami Sahajanand Saraswati was the president and secretary was Ranga. Mr. R. Ranga was the secretary of this. Now, next is who drew Gandhi's attention to the plight of indigo peasants in Champaran? It was Rajkumar Shukla, a local leader of Champaran, who had went to the Lucknow station where he had contacted Mr. Gandhi and he had brought him to the Champaran. So Rajkumar Shukla. What is the correct chronological sequence of following event in the political life of Mahatma Gandhi? Now, obviously, Champaran Satyagraha is first in 1917. Now, Ahmedabad Mill in 1918, it was in June, and in September 1918, the Kheda Satyagraha took place, and the non-cooperation movement in 1919. So, 1, 2, 3 is the correct answer. Now, again, we will move on to the final 7 questions, and these are who among the following was the political guru of Mahatma Gandhi? And obviously, it was Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Now, Gopal Krishna Gokhale became his political guru when he went to South Africa, and there he had Mahatma Gandhi has recognized him as a political guru. Obviously, the political guru of, right, Gopal Krishna Gokhale was Mahadev Govinda Ranade. Right? So, Mahadev Govinda Ranade was the political guru of Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and Gopal Krishna Gokhale was the political guru of Mahatma Gandhi. Next is, where did Madam Kama? Bilkul Sahi, very good, nice question. It was in Stuttgart, Germany, in the International Socialist Conference that she was the first Indian to unfurl the Indian national flag, and she is called the mother of revolutionaries. Next is, who among the following established Republican government abroad? Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh. He was from Aligarh area, right? And he has formed that in Afghanistan, and he was helped by Ras Bihari Bose in this one. And this government was recognized by Germany and the Axis power. What was Kamagata Maru? It was a ship, it was a Japanese ship, it was the name of a Japanese ship which was hired by Gurdeep Singh to travel from Hong Kong to Canada. Right? So a naval ship voyage to Canada. So answer is C. Now, 3 more questions to go, and the 98th one is, who among the following founded Gadar Party? Gadar Party founded in 1913 in San Francisco by Lala Hardayal. So Sohan Singh Bhakna was basically the first president of this organization, Gadar Party. They wanted to have once again a 1857 type revolt against the British. Question number 99. Who among the following was not associated with Kakori incident? Kakori train Dakati, right? A famous incident by Hindustan Republican Army, right? Now, obviously, Asfakullah, Rajendra Lahiri, Ram Prasad Bismil, and even our Chandrasekhar Azad was involved in that. Now, these 3 people were hanged to death. Surya Sen was obviously related to Chittagong Armory raid in 1930. So, obviously, he was not a part of it. The last question. One of the founder leader of Hindustan Socialist Republic Army was Bhagat Singh, because even the term socialist was introduced in this organization by Mr. Bhagat Singh. Right, so this was the complete solution for the questions or the test that occurred on this Sunday, right, pertaining to history. I think you would have enjoyed it and would have gathered a lot many information. Do hear this video very carefully. Hear the fact that I have told you. Now this is surely going to help you in your forthcoming examination. That's all. Thank you so much.